This week we conclude the reading of the book of Leviticus with a double portion, Behar and Bechukotai. The bulk of the portion, Behar, describes a utopian economy and a system that should prevail in the land of Israel when the people enter the land and settle in it. It is meant for an agrarian society, knowing that each of the tribes is going to be settling in their allotted portion in the land of Israel, and that the bulk of the people will be farming the land. Therefore, Behar presents to us how we are supposed to tend to the land and treat it in a holy fashion so that the people can understand that not only are the people holy and need to rest on the seventh day in recognition of relationship with God, but also the land is holy and that the land needs to rest every seventh year. It also has its own Shabbat. And so we're presented with this idea of the sabbatical year, and because 7 is such an important number, having done 7 cycles of sabbatical years, the 49th year becomes a sabbatical year, and then to celebrate achieving that milestone, the 50th year is a jubilee year, an extra sabbatical year that is observed then 2 years in a row. The miracle will be that the land has to lie fallow, but nonetheless, there will be enough food collected and produced by the earth in the 6th year in order for to maintain the people through that quiet, restful 7th year. And so the question is, added to that, in the Jubilee year, the land that may have been mortgaged if people needed money in order to survive, that they didn't have enough from their own land to not only satisfy themselves but to make a living off of it. Some people might mortgage their lands. The land in the 50th year reverts to the original landholder. So not only is the farming of the land a religious enterprise and recognizing connection to God, but the economy that the land produces is also connected to God and also connected to the traditional idea that everybody in the land of Israel has their place. It raises the question, was this system ever in force? Could the people all buy into the system so that it could be not only productive, but also this elevated spiritual kind of system? We have no records. The Bible does not record how the sabbatical year was observed and whether it was. We only know that today, since the establishment of the State of Israel, and the return of people before that, the pioneers before the establishment of the state in 48, that we do have a sabbatical year. But just as we sell, in quotation marks, our chametz so that we can keep it in the house and don't have to get rid of it for Passover, so too the religious kibbutzim can sell their land so that somebody else technically owns the land and they can still work the land. So the portion raises more questions than we have answers for. And we have to, I want to leave you with this idea, is it appropriate for the rabbis to have come up with this loophole in order to allow the economy to function as it is and not to make everything come to a halt every 7th year and every 50th year? Is that appropriate for the rabbis? Or should we try to revert to what the Torah lays out for us in this ideal utopian way? Shabbat Shalom.